Preliminaries are over. The hors d'oeuvres have been served. Now it's time for a great big steak dinner in the form of state tournaments. I'm Rob Colias. He's Jordan Helly. And this is the Maui News Sports Report. Jordan, as packed an MIL week as you'll ever see. Titles decided in Division I baseball and then in all of these sports times two. Softball, boys volleyball, track and field, and judo. State tournaments roll along this week in baseball, golf, judo, and tennis. The toughest decision this week might be where to start, but let's go alphabetically with baseball.
Yeah, Division I playoff, basically Maui High forcing that with the tournament victory the week before. Mikey Hooper for Baldwin, though, terrific in a complete game performance. They kind of stifle Maui High's bats. The Samers seemingly had their number, but the Bears get that all-important victory, the one that they needed. Both of those teams into the state tournament. Baldwin seeded third. They'll start on Thursday. Maui High starts on Wednesday. Both of those teams with pitching. Lyndon Kanamo, Mikey Hooper, Kavena Alo, Kaunohi for Baldwin. Kingsley Bilal, Parker Maxwell right at the top for Maui High. They have the arms to make the noise at the state tournament. We'll see if the bats come along with them.
Right on, and Molokai is a loaded team. We don't really know how good they are. They haven't had a lot of competition in the MIL, but they open up with a tough draw in Division II.
Yeah, they got two-time defending state runner-up Kamehameha Big Island, the number 2 seed. Farmers have pitching, Nohi Meyer, Hanale Dudawaino, some of those other guys that can match Kamehameha Big Island, but it's just a toss-up in kind of those games. We'll see how good the Farmers are in this, and just a pretty loaded 8-team D2 field.
And, man, stories galore, Jordan, but some really neat ones in volleyball. The Lunas make the state tournament very rare appearance there. King Kekolike, under the guidance of Leahi Hall, an alumni of the school, a Stanford star, a 10-year girls coach in California where she won a mythical national title, leads King Kekolike to the state tournament, but there's no more special story than Hana.
Yeah, the boys volleyball season, it's been terrific. Hana, arguably the best team. Lanai forces them to the brink. Hana wins an overall playoff match, defeating the Pine Lads on Lanai in that overall playoff game, and only one berth into the D2 boys volleyball state tournament, just like baseball. But they come through when they needed to, force-set victory. Actually lost the first set in that playoff match and come back to take that one. But all three of those teams into their respective state tournaments should be a lot of fun to watch them, particularly King Kekolike, pretty favorable draw, maybe another run into the semifinals.
And, of course, Hana coming off of the tragedy last year when Isaiah Puakima tragically died 2 days before senior night. Then they go all the way to the brink. They lose twice to Seabury Hall, which makes it all the way to the state final. I really think the Dragons can make some noise in the D2 tournament, no question about it. And what a special feeling it has to be, an oh-so-sweet feeling for a school with 86 students in East Maui making a rare state tournament berth appearance, and they could do well in that tournament, no doubt. Track and field, Island Movers state tournament will be here. State track and field meet will be here next week, Jordan, and the Baldwin boys appear to me to be ready to make a big statement.
Yeah, if this would be 3 and 4 years if they are able to pull it out. Next weekend's state meet in terms of state titles, winning back-to-back a couple of years ago. Did not win it last year, but this is a whole new group. None of these guys were around in that back-to-back year, so just an unbelievable job for that program. Kainoa Tom maybe chasing a state record in the pole vault. Bailey Kapuiki making some runs at the sprints as well as the relays, and just a whole host of field of really a really deep pool on both the boys and the girls side, with Seabury winning another MIL title.
No doubt. Ava Shipman matched Bailey Kapuiki with 4 gold medals. La'akea Kaho'ohanohano Davis is going to make a run for Baldwin in the jumps on the boys' side. And you know what? The Seabury girls are not going to let that historic title that they won last year go away quietly. Ava Shipman, she may have body snatched Dakota Grossman. She's really, really good for Seabury Hall.
Yeah, without a doubt. And the Seabury Hall girls, a little younger, a little bit more inexperienced, but they've got the horses. They could make some big noise at that one, and they'll be chasing that all-division state championship that they won last year for the tiny school. And then, of course, softball, Wild West that is softball.
Yeah, no question about it. What an odyssey it was for Lanai and Molokai. They come over on Thursday, go to Hana where it rained. They have to come back to Kalalui on Friday. Then they play 2 games apiece on Saturday, decide, hey, we don't have the energy to play the if necessary game. They do that on Sunday, and it really just shows what these kids go through from the boat from either Lanai City, Lanai Harbor, or Kaunakakai Harbor, and then all the way to Lahaina Harbor, and then all the way to Hana, then back to Kaului. And, you know, Lanai comes out on top, 8-7 in the final. But it just says a ton about what these smaller schools go through to participate in the MIL.
Yeah, without a doubt. Toughest travel really in the country, probably. And whatever they'll face on Oahu, it'll be a walk in the park compared to trying to pull off that D2 tournament. And then, of course, Baldwin defeating Lahaina Luna in the D1 tournament. Sanai Nakoa doing it on the mound, doing it at the plate. One of the better all-around players that Baldwin has produced, and they've produced a lot of them. And they and Lahaina Luna both with the pieces to make some noise at the state tournament on the softball diamond as well. But what a week it was.
No doubt about it, Jordan. And the guy that makes this video happen, Chris Sugidono, he's going to be on the mainland for the next couple weeks. So we're going to take a little hiatus, but we will be back with state tournament video for you. So come back and see us in a couple weeks. That's our report for this week, and send us your bobbleheads.